What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Slab Stock Sundays here on the Slab Stocks YouTube channel. While we look at PWCC Weekly Auction number 74, this Sunday night is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to any of the fathers out there or anyone that's celebrating Father's Day today. Nate, you have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, we had some German food, schnitzel, red cabbage.
You know how I feel about German food.
Yeah, you love it. What'd you guys eat?
We had some ribs, some really good smoked ribs. They were quality. So yeah, happy Father's Day.
Sides?
Oh, we have mac and cheese, and of course, and what was the we had one more. Some really good cornbread muffins.
Now the question is, did you make it for your dad, or did your dad make it?
No, we all know that it turned out way better if Papa Slabs made it. I did the fun work today. Played some games with him, and then ate the goodness of the Father's Day meal. I'll get there eventually.
One day.
Did you make the German food?
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I'll have to experience that.
Oh, I didn't make the red cabbage. That was my mom.
Well, that works too.
I didn't make the spätzle. That was Kendra, but I made the schnitzel. So,
well, that's the best part, in my opinion. All the spätzle's really good too. Welcome to Knick Knack Real Music, Big John to tonight's stream, and anyone else that joins. Right now, USA is playing Canada in the Nations League final. Beat Mexico a couple days ago, and already up 2-0 in the first 25 minutes. Nate, have you ever heard the name Balogun?
Yes, I was funny you bring that up because I know he's on the U.S. team. I knew he was on loan from Arsenal.
Yep.
And I had been looking at his cards months because I had heard he was doing well in whatever league he was in, and there was a chance he might come back to Arsenal or something. And I was looking at his cards, and he had rookies, and I was like, maybe I should buy some of these in preparation for that potentially. I didn't, of course, and then I completely forgot he existed. And then the USA joined the USA team news comes out, and his prices exploded. And I was like, well, sweet.
Yeah. And he was one of the top goal scorers in League One this year, the French League. And he just scored his first goal for the U.S. men's national team 10 minutes ago to give us a 2-0 lead. Oh my gosh, the guy's really, really good. This hopefully is a game-changing thing for us in 2026 World Cup. But we did just re-sign Greg Berhalter to be our coach till after the World Cup in 2026, which a lot of people are upset about.
Question: what'd you call it? The League of Nations?
The Nations League, CONCACAF Nations League final.
I think League of Nations is a DC United thing or DC Comics book thing or something.
Yeah, it is. Or League of Legends is a video game then, right? Or something. So there's something like that.
I'm confused. What is this? What is this thing, though?
So basically, all these different, how they got the CONCACAF, which is North American Caribbean teams that play to qualify for the World Cup, and then they have UEFA, which is the European teams that play to qualify for the World Cup. All these different ones have Nations League tournaments that kind of are played throughout the last, I think, is year or so that kind of add up to all these different qualifiers, and then they play a final at the end, or there's a semifinal and final. So it's not where you play for a month at a time and you start at 32 and then you get to 1. It's kind of played over an extended period of time, and then eventually, here's a semifinal and final, and that's what happened right now. Either way, the point is that results in a trophy, and we need to win this, and we're up 2-0 as of the last point I saw.
Random trophies, though.
True, but hey,
that should matter is your league trophy and Champions League trophy. Anything else is kind of meh.
I agree. Well, this isn't winning a World Cup or even Copa America. It's still cool. I mean, hey, I'd rather win the trophy than not if there's gonna be a trophy in the line.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's the NIT argument. It's I'd rather win the NIT than not. But
that's all bad. That's all teams that didn't make the tournament. At least these are the same teams that would be playing the World Cup.
That's true.
Although Mexico looks like an NIT team, they're trash. But jumping into the auction now here, PWCC Weekly 74. We got a lot of different things, or all of us are able to look at a lot of different things that are closing tonight. There's some monsters out there. There's this $15,000 Mbappe rookie, which is a select unlimited potential gold out of 10, which is a black label BGS 10. There's a lot of different exquisite cards ending tonight that Nate wrote about in one of our newsletters. There's some National Treasures cards ending tonight that we're going to look at too. They've got some notes and history lessons to educate and discuss with you all on for the differences between exquisite and National Treasures. But there's really a lot of fun stuff. I already got 185 things favorite just to look at tonight. We'll see if we end up walking away with anything. But SCP, excited to have you here and looking forward to the stream as well. So let's just start off by just talking about some of the Exquisite versus National Treasures stuff, and then we'll jump into the cards ending in tonight's auction specifically. But we see there in the front is Exquisite. That is the noble nameplates of Kobe Bryant, actually taken from a game-used nameplate of him. Very, very cool and legendary set from 2007 Exquisite. But here's the two sets. On the left, you've got 2003 Exquisite with a LeBron. That's the number pieces, a very important subset. And then on the right, you've got the National Treasures Giannis rookie patch autograph. And I would say, Nate, you add in your thoughts here, but I'd say these are the two most popular basketball brands from each company, Upper Deck and Panini, popular high-end brands over the last 20 years.
I would agree.
Safe assumption. Okay, so two very popular high-end brands, and we'll see how they progressed as time went on from creation until end date, which obviously National Treasures is still running, so we don't have an end date yet for that. But here is a sealed case. This is a sealed case of 2003 Exquisite basketball. This sold like a few nights ago for $336,000. Sealed case, 3 boxes. That's over $100K a box average. Not like a 12-box case. 3-box case. 3-box case indeed. $336K for 2003.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir. We shred it, man. We rip it. Go ahead.
Like, what is even the point? Because you're obviously not going to rip it.
It's a collectible. Some people. I don't specifically collect sealed wax. Nate doesn't. We know because he just rip it too fast. But like, some people just stash sealed wax, and they know they're not going to open it, but they just want to gain value as time goes on.
I like the point of sealed wax is like the idea that you could get something bigger than the cost of the box in there.
That's the point of gambling and ripping wax.
Yeah. I fail to figure out how just a sealed box of a product can have any value. It's the stuff inside the box that has value. And at $336,000, like, you have to be. What is a BGS? What is a BGS 8 LeBron Exquisite?
Yeah, they're probably like $250, $300,000. You can probably buy the LeBron for the same price as the case, and we all know the odds of hitting the LeBron is not one per case. But yeah, obviously get other cards. But here, the point of it is that people buy these things for like the rookie class. They buy it for what potentially could be inside of it. They're definitely not buying for what is inside of it. But what does make it a little silly, too, is that fact. And Will says at that price, I just go after some awesome singles to each their own. Literally, you can take $336K and buy like a super high graded rookie copy of Hank Aaron or Jackie or any of these other people.
You could buy a lot of the nicest cards ending tonight.
You could buy a lot of the nicest cards ending tonight. That is true. And looking at some of the cards, so on the left there is the 2003 Exquisite rookie patch auto. That one's numbered out of 15. That's the jersey parallel of Carmelo. That sold for $10K on PWCC Premier last month. And then on the right, you've got the 2009 Exquisite. That is the Michael Jordan game used jersey. I think those are numbered out that one's numbered out of 50. But that is the latest year that Exquisite was produced with NBA rights. So they didn't make Exquisite sets after that. But that is the most recent year where they still had the license, which is like the last year as well of Topps basketball products too. So all that kind of came to an end at the same time. As we know, Panini ended up taking over and did produce a couple of interesting sets before they really had their full releases of 2010 or 2012 products start. Most expensive Exquisite card of all time that sold. Obviously, these prices are going to be different today. I think it sold in 2021, but it was the numbered out 23 BGS 9 of LeBron, which is like the jersey number 1 BGS 9, sold here through the Vault, actually, Vault Marketplace for $5.2 million. That is the most expensive Exquisite card. And then you've got some really nice subsets in Exquisite. Logo men were added. Triple logo men were added in 2004. This is the 2006 one here. Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, one of one. And then one subset I did not include, but is extremely popular, is this one here, the one on the left, the number pieces that you see of LeBron. And then there's also a very popular one called Emblems of Endorsements. But then the most popular one, or at least the most noteworthy name-wise one, is limited logos for sure. In my opinion, if you're like a really big 2000s basketball collector and you think that there's something else more popular than limited logos, definitely add your comments, because I don't collect 2003 basketball cards. But just from like discussion base and discourse and all that different stuff, limited logo seems to be the most popular one for sure. And it's got some nasty cards in here. You got Jordan, LeBron, and Magic Johnson over there. Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe always sell for the most, but then you've got like Magic Johnson sells for a lot. I'm sure some of the Kevin Garnett sell for a lot of different things like that. Other legends. And then they even kept the limited logo set going, and this is in the 2008 here. This is Kobe. This is a really nice one. I know not everyone's a huge fan of horizontal cards, but I think this card is spectacular with all the foil on there. It's super awesome. And also, I gotta say, a lot of Panini designs are taken from sets like this. If you go look up 2012 premium patch autograph from Immaculate, it looks just like that.
What confuses me is why they did it in a way that has everything going this way except for his name, his team, and then the auto.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I like the name of the team and stuff, but you want to see what I'm talking about really quick here? A lot of Panini stuff. Look at this. That's Immaculate premium patch auto. That's Exquisite limited logos. Look at where look at what thing is actually written, like, right side up and on what side. It's the same exact way. The Panini, how it's like, it's just like the Kobe name. It's crazy.
Complete steal.
Yes, I mean, there's like a lot of that, and to be fair, like a lot of new cards to this day.
How many designs can you have for a piece of cardboard, anyways?
Yeah, you see like scope parallels. Well, that started with like the PMG Championship, ones from Metal Universe and such like that. But then even limited logos spilt into other brands, which is where I think like Exquisite's stamp is still around today. You've got the Cup Hockey, which is still made by Upper Deck. You got limited logos McDavid that sells for a ton of money. I think it's like at one point it's like 50 grand card. On the right, you actually have Kaprizov. This is the limited logos from this year's set, and that is modeled off to the same design as the 2003 Exquisite basketball set. So you still kind of see what up.
What's up, buddy?
That is Sam Dunks in the flesh.
Still alive.
How are you, man? You chilling?
Yeah, just got here.
Can we get a what up for the people?
What up?
I love it. Man, for anyone who's been around Slab Stocks listening for a long time, I think that's Sam Dunks' first appearance in a couple of years now. I was like, Nate, what are you looking at? It's like, oh man, there he is.
Sliding the screen, get his head in here.
Hope he is doing well right now.
Yep.
Is he gone?
He is gone.
Okay, he's gone. But here's the hockey Kirill Kaprizov with the Wild logo that bows after 2003. Really nice card, actually. It's got like an acetate finish on it. I kind of want to get that at some point. But then Exquisite actually kept them being made into the 2010 plus years. As in 2011, they brought it back, but there was no NBA licenses. However, you do get a pretty nasty card like this. It's a Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Dr. J. Quad autograph there, all on card, called endorsements, and then a sealed case of that Nate most recently sold for $8,400 for a 3-box case from 2011 Exquisite. Of course, nothing here is actually NBA logos, but you did have rookie autographs of like Kawhi Leonard and Klay Thompson and a couple of those other 2011 rookies. So those are really their only like 2011 cards.
There's a couple of those cards selling tonight. Yeah,
there is actually. I was going to point that out. So we'll look at that later. But that is the last year there of Exquisite. And Mark says, miss you, Dunks. Mark misses Sam Dunks. All right. Moving on to National Treasures. So NT started in 2006, but it wasn't under Panini. It was under Playoff. Playoff was acquired by Panini. Panini acquired Playoff and its brands, which was like Contenders and National Treasures were the most notable ones.
That's what it started out as. That's an
this is what National Treasures started out as. A lot of different color. And really intricate designs. It's nothing like NT is today, which I will comment on as we go throughout this. So you got 2006 NT here, football. Super sick Hall of Fame timeline card, honestly. I love this card, Nate. I don't know if you like it, but I think it's
very
awesome.
Busy.
It is busy, but like I like the coloring.
The autograph patch window or autograph window.
The sticker window, it's like it's like metallic. It's definitely different. But I should say I'm not even this specific card. I like the older NT cards. They were a little bit more thought out, I felt. Now, you talk about, Nate, the 2021s, it's like white blocks and red blocks and lines. It's you just threw a bunch of geometry on it, really is what it is. This is, pretty much the most popular National Treasures card that there is. It's the 2009 Steph Curry RPA, which is not a Panini card, as a playoff card. So Panini did not own the manufacturing for that at the time. And then the first year that you actually see Panini on a card, which is going to be in the top right corner between National Treasures, it used to say playoff, which you can kind of see in the bottom right corner of the Curry. Then it switched to Panini. This was the most expensive Anthony Davis card of all time. Remember when $1 million was spent on an Anthony Davis card? That is the logo man there. And that's up for $1.02 million in February 1st, 2021. And then you've got the most expensive National Treasures card was this raw Luca logo man at $4.6 million. And then resold as a BGS 9 on the premier auction for $3.2 million or something like that. Now, the thing where National Treasures fall flat in my mind compared to Exquisite, like mostly, is the subsets. Like the subsets for Exquisite are legendary. Where like, Nate, how many times do you hear people like ripping National Treasures and just like, where's the Ricky Patriotto? Where's the Ricky Like that's all people are looking for. Like this LeBron is a Game Gear. It's a super cool card. He doesn't have Panini autographs, so that card, of course, sells for a lot of money. You've got the Colossal insert set down there of Stephen Curry, and the Colossal Patriottos sell for some money, but like no one really cares about Colossal when you rip and you get Colossal Patriotto, you just wish you got the real Ricky Patriotto is what people want, And we were talking about the Booker with that the other day. But if you go back to Exquisite, you've got limited logos. Like I'm sure people would be fired up if they hit a nasty limited logos back in the day, or the number pieces. Like people are just excited about hitting those types of cards because they're beautiful insert sets and subsets that people care about. I think that Panini really falls flat with that. National Treasures specifically. And then you look at recent years, and I think that the perception of National Treasures has went down a lot in the last 3 years. On the left, you've got, the duplicate, Ricky Patrick autographs that they have made millions of parallels for now. It feels, I know it's not millions, but like out of 75 out of 49 bronze, all this different random stuff for NBA. When Exquisite was very, conscious about how many parallels there are, it was like 2, I think, and then a logo man in later years, I believe. And then on the right, you've got like NT was a hat logo man of Anthony Edwards, numbered out 5, that was like selling for 20 grand. Like Nate, you can never convince me to even spend like $1,000 on that card. I literally wouldn't even spend $500 of my own money on that card. If it did, let's say, I couldn't auction, it would go for like 10K plus, right? Mm-hmm. But like, there's no way I'd spend any amount of money on that card. And I think that's where NT is failing now, is that it's diluting itself a lot. It's made Panini's really shifted into like you got to get the RPA or bust type of thing because they're selling for so much money. So that's where they're like putting all their, money into and marketing and whatever, or just even, how they're building the sets. And I'm not a huge fan of it. I think that Flawless, the way they're building Flawless feels like the way that Exquisite was handled its entire lifespan of the product. So I think that like, people are talking a lot about Flawless now with NBA. You've got the triple logo man hunts and stuff. Like it feels like that is now what Exquisite would be likened to, as we see NT kind of decrease in perception, even though I would say it's the most notable high-end set still. You feel the same way about some of that stuff?
You've definitely put a lot more thought into it than me. Can confirm that. I do think it's still the most sought after high-end set, and I do agree that it does feel a little bit, I guess I would use cheesier. It feels kind of like a cheesier product nowadays.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
I'm also not ripping it, so.
Right. Yeah, I'm not spending any amount of money in ripping it as well. But I just think that they've really beaten down their own value on it. And if anyone in the comments, wants to throw in a comment and let us know your thoughts on how National Treasures is being produced today versus, how Exquisite was produced with that lifespan of that product, or how Flawless is being produced today. And I think the Flawless this year, obviously there's the whole hype of the release. People are ripping it. Oh, big logo man here, big logo man there, triple logo man this, that. I think that like while the break hype was there and people pulling the cards was exciting, you lose a lot of the value for the product by releasing it. Like, what was that? That was like nearly 2 years late. Yeah. That came at the end of their second season. Yeah. Like you lose a lot of the actual value of the product releasing it so late, because anyone that wants to actually buy the Ricky Patrick autographs of a guy who they might think can have a good second year, can have a good third year, it's like at that point they're either already too expensive, and your big fine now is everyone knows, or like there's just, I don't know. I just feel like that beats its own value down too.
Hey, speaking of year late, 2 years late, did you see the big trade today?
Big trade. Fill me in.
Bradley Beal. traded to the Suns.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts?
Well, for starters, they only got pick swaps. They got Chris Paul, who doesn't have much value.
Well, they're going to dump him.
Landry Shamet, who doesn't have much value. Second round picks, and then pick swaps for firsts in like 2024 and 2026, which it's the Wizards, and it's the Suns. Pick swaps between those two teams in the next couple of years isn't going to do anything. They traded, if they had traded him 2 years ago, before they signed him to a massive contract extension when he was having a spectacular year, they would have gotten a haul.
Yeah.
2 years late and 4 years and $200 million owed, and a no trade clause, so he could either stay there or demand a trade to somewhere else, which he pretty much did. It's like,
So in my mind, hindsight, yeah, they blew it by not trading him earlier. They haven't accomplished anything the last 2 years, and he's just been hurt since, really.
Yep.
But for where they're at right now, I don't know exactly how the finances work, but if they take the contract off the books and like shift CP3 some way that it says that they're going to, they're setting up their.
Pretty sure it's only a partially guaranteed contract. So I don't know how it works with the trade, but before it was only partially guaranteed. So the Suns would have only $15 million if they released him.
Okay. So I was going to say the only thing that makes sense to me is that they're setting up their future better than it was yesterday by probably trading him away. But it still is like too little too late where it's like this,
Yeah.
It still isn't fun to look at, probably knowing that you're a Wizards fan or the Wizards front office, all that stuff.
Yep. And Corolla says that is a mini trade, not a big trade. I mean, I to an extent, he does have a point. Chris Paul and Bradley Beal are not the exact names they were 2 years ago, but considering the salary and the ramifications, I would still consider it a big trade.
And I would say this is like Suns are like going all in on this type of like 4-man lineup with zero depth, and it's like this is either gonna maybe work out or blow up in their face extremely badly, and I think it's gonna blow up in their face extremely badly. I don't see how they're gonna contend with teams that have depth and that are younger than them, but that's just me.
Beal has been trending the wrong. He's only 29, but he's been trending the wrong direction. He's been injured, and he doesn't play any defense.
Yeah, so like how much scoring can you have before it's like they're going to give up 170, as Nick Nack said. Exactly. Like you see teams that have good depth and good defense, they do well in the playoffs. That's what it comes down to, is having good depth and good defense a lot of times, and obviously having the star players to carry you. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. All right, hop into these exquisite cards here. So we got Michael Jordan. This is the 2003 patch autograph. They did have horizontal ones, number out of 100. They're just called exquisite patches. There is a rookie of LeBron as well in this horizontal set. And then you've got the double nameplates, as I pointed out about Kobe earlier, that Kobe's at like 10K plus post buyers premium. There is a limited logos from Larry Bird in 2003. That is selling sites at 4,100 right now. And then here's a 2004 exquisite Kevin Garnett. I mentioned his name earlier. That's a pretty cool one. So you can see the shift in design from 2003 to 2004. This is the 03. It's got more of a square patch window. This one goes into more like that star that we saw, and with the Kobe, but that Kobe is horizontal. And then you've got some logo men, of course. This one's crazy. Tracy McGrady, who I feel like was one of your favorite players back in the day. Every time he played,
he was my favorite player. I had a jersey.
He was your favorite player.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like whenever he played like NBA Live or 2K, whatever you had on your PlayStation, whenever you always play as T-Mac.
I was always, depending on how old the game was, I was either always the Magic or always the Rockets.
Yeah, exactly. You got Steve Novak there. And then here's what Nate pointed out earlier.
Shout out Marquette.
Marquette? Oh, Steve Novak. Yeah. I was like, Kawhi? You got Kawhi here. This is the rookie signatures number out 25 PSA 10, which is a pop 2. Seems like a card that's very difficult to get graded. But these were released in 2011, which is notable because Panini released all of his rookie cards in 2012 because of the NBA lockout for like half a season. They didn't make cards that year. They had some redemption XRC things, but they didn't actually have rookie card releases where you could pack pull a Kawhi in 2011. It was these XRC redemptions basically.
The exquisite half packs, because then you still couldn't pack pull.
You got the box pack, probably. But yeah, so this one was released in 2011 though of Kawhi. It's in his Aztecs jersey, which is New Mexico State, right? Wait, no. No, San Diego State, right?
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
why it's in New Mexico State. Yeah, San Diego State, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah.
They
All right.
just did damage in the
Yeah, in the tournament. They made it to the final. Yeah. Sorry, that was a dumb comment. But at least I corrected myself. That one's going tonight at 2,400. So those are pretty sought after, actually. I mean, that what does that sell for? Maybe the price of like oops. Actually, I might as well look it up right now if I'm right here. I was gonna say some type of Kawhi Prism card that's in that range, like 2,500 or above, would be. It's silver PSA 10 is like 33.6. So you kind of are making a decision there between exquisite rookie auto, not in NBA gear from 2011, or in, the Prism silver, which 2012 they call, everyone calls them rookies. I do too, because they combine the rookie classes, but I guess it just depends on how much you want to nitpick. There's also a Jason Kidd and Marcus Williams, so I do not know who that is. I was gonna say I know who Marvin Williams is, but Marcus Williams, no clue. I think Marvin Williams spent like a year or two in the Bucks, like like that kind of 2015.
I remember a lot of random Bucks, but I don't remember Marvin Williams. But
Will's throwing in some funny comments on there. And then you got Larry Bird number pieces from 2004, which I love that set. I love the gold that goes behind those cards. Here, there's also a Klay Thompson. Actually, this is perfect timing. I know you kind of wrote about this for the reason that there's a lot of exquisite cards, but here's a Klay Thompson from 2011. And then you've got this Matthew Stafford, which, Nick, does that say, like, what does that stay?
The Stafford effect?
Okay, so I thought yes.
No, the something effect. That's not Stafford.
It might be if you think about it. He could be trying to make a D at the end of that.
No, because that's like 2 T's.
No, that's 2 F's.
It is 2 F's, yeah.
Yeah.
Stafford
I think it is
effect.
the Stafford effect. That's like a weird thing to inscribe.
Kind of cocky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's a weird thing to inscribe unless like people
won a championship or a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, here you are, 2009 exquisite Matthew Stafford football.
In case you're wondering, Marcus Williams had a 4-year career spanning the ages of 21 to 24 in the NBA, and he averaged 5.6 points, 2.8 assists, 1.8 rebounds.
So you're literally
the NBA by age 25.
You're literally buying that for Jason Kidd only.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Marino, John Elway, Dan Marino, triple patch. That's a really cool card out of 15. Another Stafford auto, Gary Payton, patch
really
auto.
Like Reggie Wayne, because it's like cheap for
that is true. Anyone that's after exquisite and like a really good player, I loved Reggie Wayne. I am on like 3 fantasy teams in a row when I was in middle school. I think I was a big Reggie Wayne guy. Yeah, was that number 10?
Sorry, I was looking up Reggie Wayne. 10.
I mean, a raw sold for like 118, but even at that point, I just, even that price, I'm like, that's crazy that you can buy Reggie Wayne patch autograph at 10 for that. I could go find you a lot of wide receiver examples of random dudes now that sell for way more than that for way worse cards.
Reggie Wayne has 1,400 yards, 1,000 receptions.
Wait, 1,400 yards?
1,400 or 14,345 yards, 1,070 receptions, 82 touchdowns. Not in the Hall of Fame.
Does he get in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I would have thought he would be in it already.
Same.
He retired in 2014. It's almost been 10 years.
There's a Tristan Thompson exquisite rookie auto in here as well from his Texas days.
Wait, did Aaron say Joe Marino and Dan Elway?
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Real music the same.
I don't know. You let me get away with that. I'm speaking a lot of gibberish at this point. Yeah. Joe Montana, John Elway, and Dan Marino. Well, here's the deal. I might have said actually, I'm not even going to try to argue it. I probably said something completely wrong.
Oh, so embarrassing.
Might need to go back and look that one up after the stream ends.
Oof. That's a tough scene. What's more tough is that I didn't even catch it.
That is tough. But you're looking up Reggie Wayne stats, so we'll let you get away with it.
It was.
So there's the exquisite offerings in tonight's auction that I favorited because I thought that they were pretty cool. And then here is some National Treasures ones. So you look at those prices there. You look at those prices and you're getting like a Kobe nameplate game used patch autograph for like $10,000 some right now after buyer's premium. Or you could get one of the multiple Trevor Lawrence parallel patch autographs with a, Walmart Dick's Sporting Goods patch on there from an 88 jersey. That's already like $4,000 more than that. That's just crazy to me, bro.
It's insane. It's
It's
insane.
crazy. I mean, I get Trevor Lawrence and like being really good and all that. I understand that, like, just
Is
historically,
he even really good?
oh boy, Nate's question. Nate's gonna ruffle some people's feathers here.
I'm okay. I know okay. Rookie year, terrible coach, a wash. Last year, really kind of like his rookie season because of said terrible coach's first year. So I get it. I'm just saying, people are spending absurd amounts of money for a dude who threw 5 interceptions in a playoff game. They won by 1. If they had lost by 1, Trevor Lawrence is the most hated man in the NFL right
Or if they just didn't even make a comeback at all.
now.
No, it's funny. Yeah, I'm just pointing out the fact that at least people buy him as if he's really good.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing that he's not good. I just, really good is like reserved for guys that actually deserve to be called really good.
So you're saying like Joe Burrow is really good?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. You've also got Russell Wilson, National Treasures patch driver, who used to be. What do you say he used to be really good?
Yep.
Okay.
And I think he could be again.
Let's see what happens with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
You got a fun one here though, with like part of the Seahawks patch, and then you got NT patch from Mahomes out of 99, Tua BGS 8 at $5,000. But this does just go to show, how really expensive these NT cards are. You actually have 2 bookers ending in the same night, which I'd say, I don't know if this is the same seller or not, but that's tough timing.
What's up with all of the Booker patches I see kind of having like that similar patch design?
Well, you know that their main logo that took up like half the jersey. Do you see that? It was just like this massive like lines.
Oh.
It's part of like the Suns logo where like these like
Yeah.
rays come off of it.
Yeah.
And the white is the rays, so they've probably had most of the patches for that. Although yeah, it looks really odd if you just don't think about where it comes from. And yeah, there's 2 bookers inside PSA 8 and BGS 8. They're the same numbers right now, 3,800. And then you have this dual patch of Wilson and Mahomes there. 1 of 1 from National Treasures, of course. Here's the clutch factor from 2018. Sells for like, like, what is that, like 10%? No, wait, so excuse me, like 1% of what the NTRPA is of, not 1%, it's probably something like 5% of the NTRPA of 99. Then you've got one of those Jalen Greens out of 25 here, I guess. Pink, the purples are out of 75. I don't know, man. There's
the 75th is out of 75.
Yeah, but aren't those things like
75th
purple?
anniversary. Purple, I believe, is out of 49.
Oh, what does 75 look like then?
It's red as well, but it's just 70.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So you're telling me they got 3 different shades of red? Reddish?
Yeah. Yep. That's what we're saying. Though that might be that it might not be the red might just be team color, right? It might be the foil around it.
Yeah, it could be. You're right. And then you've got one of the most legendary wide receivers ever, which I know Nate hates this patch window with a passion.
So stupid. You could have
He
made it
hates
bigger and
it.
put the entire NFL shield in there.
So
I bet they don't even have the entire NFL shield back there. They probably cut out like a tiny portion.
use the little tiny portions in other patches.
Yes.
I
gear.
what do you think, Nate? You look at this design from 2010 National Treasures. What do you think? Do you like it or do you not?
I think the fact that he is like a tiny, like they took a big image of him and shrunk him down on Premiere or whatever it's called for Photoshop and planted him there. It looks a little goofy. I'd have preferred they get rid of the rest of the stuff and just made one big one of him up there, like on the back.
I get what you're saying. This set's very nostalgic for me. I was collecting football cards like right around this time, in middle school and the high school, and I do like it.
But you don't have a ton of Larry Fitzgerald cards.
I should.
Middle school, high school, Minnesota. Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald didn't play for the Vikings.
Yeah, I played multiple basketball games at the where he played high school basketball at. His jersey's hanging up there. Yeah, I know. I did have a couple, but no more. That's for sure. And then you've got, your lower tier rookie patch autos like Davion Mitchell here. This one's numbered on 99, which most people, go after. Then you've got the FOTL parallels out of 8, which like
what's the color on that one?
That one's like purple. It's purple. What's up with all the purple this year, man? Makes no sense. Malcolm Brogdon on 10. You got Bill Russell there, which is actually on like a I never liked these cards, man. They used to stick these things like rookies and stars. I thought they just looked so cheap. Like this people are probably like, let's make this cool idea where it's got a team logo on it, but it's like then they sign in cloth and it's
Oh,
like this just looks
we
dumb.
have really digressed in this and National Treasures talk into just ripping on it. Let's get a positive one in here.
Well, this was pre-Panini designs too. Now I will say I do like this. Panini made some good decisions and went and brought back some of the old 2010, 2011 National Treasures designs and put them on the basketball cards. This was a 2011 National Treasures design with Cam Newton, which we'll actually see here very soon, and this was a Onyeka Okongwu out of 2020 NT. Because right here you've got the 2011, which honestly this seems unbelievably cheap to me. Unbelievably cheap. Like Cam Newton won an MVP, made a Super Bowl, lost, obviously.
Yep.
Had a lot of stats in a short amount of time in his career. Was like an all-time quarterback in college for a single season. It's $170. I mean, what does this tell you, Nate, about spending $5K on Davis Mills?
I mean, if they don't, not only are you risking $5K on Davis Mills, but any of the quarterbacks you're investing in. You know, if Josh Allen doesn't win a Super Bowl, just wins an MVP and doesn't win a Super Bowl, you know, even if he has a extended career longer than Cam Newton, obviously, because Cam was done relatively quick as a starter, a bloodbath. But we see that all the time. People are willing to take these risks, and we see them lose all the time on stuff like this.
And that's why selling timing matters so much, because you could have bought Cam Newton earlier in his career and sold it later in his career and probably made decent coin, like, but holding the entire career on some of these guys, like very small percent of it actually works out.
Yeah.
So I went and looked to see what the most expensive sale of this card is. Number out 25. It was a BGS 9.5 that did 2.4K in 2016. The card market was tiny in 2016. $170, man. And Nick Nack says one of his best cards, hard to mentally put that money towards a guy who will be Hall of Very Good type of guy. And it makes sense. I mean, this, no matter what, it's still $250 or whatever to someone. At this point, if they're not playing, the future value is not there.
And yet in the baseball market, obviously potential reigns supreme. But in the baseball market, people spend, $170 on base autos of guys that are never going to make the majors. Like, the baseball market has gotten to a point, a lot of people have hit the point where they think not a single person is ever going to become a Hall of Famer, and no minor leaguer is ever going to make the majors. Like, so many people, every single comment section, oh, he hasn't even played in the majors. Oh, he's never even going to make the majors. Oh, he's never going to even get out AA. Oh, and it's like, okay, pump the brakes. Some of these guys are going to hit the Hall of Fame. Some of these guys are going to a lot of them are going to make the majors, but some of them aren't. And they're still spending oodles and oodles of money on these guys.
I agree. That was a pretty intense last 15 minutes there. We were going in on some things.
It has been one of my bigger the last one has been one of my bigger frustrations, seeing the comments on Instagram of everyone being like, an 18-year-old in single A that's hitting decently, not even going to make the majors. I'm like, stop it.
Well, now Ellie De La Cruz is going to be out of the MLB in like a year, if you saw recently.
Oh yeah, because he through his first 70 at bats, he's only hitting $150, so he's a bum.
Yeah, exactly. Who's not a bum is Novak Djokovic, who now has the most Grand Slam wins of all time. I believe after that French Open, when he now has more than Nadal, which is good cooking for him, considering Nadal's hurt later in his career quite a bit. But here we've got his Ace Authentic autograph there, PSA 9 at 1900. Honestly, doesn't seem that crazy for one of the greatest of all time. And they don't make that many autographs of him, and he isn't in that new Topps Chrome set.
Real quick here, just so we get actual Ellie De La Cruz stats in here. He's hitting 273 in what would probably be 40 something at bats.
So you were a little over the top drastic there.
Yeah. I figured I should make sure we actually look up the actual stats.
Understandable. Hey, I don't see this one very often, but this is a cool photo variation of Ohtani there. Very cool image.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Like, one of the very, for people who hate on horizontal cards, like, I think you could point to this one and say, this is better than a vertical card. It's really cool.
It is pretty cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of Ellington tonight. There's also Eloy Jimenez, Superfractor, 1/1 first Bowman from 2014. Like that used to be a monster card.
It's been
Nate,
it's been
how
a
much?
real rough. Ooh, wow.
I was gonna say, how much has the Bobby Witt market fallen? Do you still believe in him?
So here's the problem with Bobby Witt. Before the draft, there was a lot of concerns about his hit tool. Not everything else, not the speed, not the power, not the defense, the hit tool. And then he goes number 2 and signs a huge, massive contract, and then he performed better instantaneously way better than I thought he would in the minors. And then he had an excellent spring training, and prices just shot up like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've just been trending back down because he's been a disappointment. But was that just a super, super hot year and a half? Is the hits tool still a concern? I'm not 100% sure. But nothing I have seen from him, at least statistically, and I've watched a few games, has screamed, I am super, super excited or think it's a great buy low opportunity. I think this is going to be one of those, like, one day it will click and he'll be good.
But we don't know when. Also one of your boys, Josiah Gray, NTRPA here.
Josiah Gray. Hey, pretty good this year, Josiah Gray.
He's doing well?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. How about
well, did you see the Kesson here, a Sapphire?
I did. The purple?
Yeah, it probably just ended.
Yeah, I was spending a little bit too much time on NT, and there's I think a few things that I probably missed on here that I'm going to be a little sad about, but we will have to find out here after a refresh. There's a Jonathan Taylor I really wanted here. It's trying to load. It's not reloaded yet. Carlos says, here's the problem with Bobby Witt. He is on the Royals.
It's true. He's not wrong. I mean, the Royals, man, every once in a while you see a team that absolutely just botches their rebuild, like really badly. The Royals a couple of years ago drafted a ton of pitchers, ton of college pitchers with their first, 5 picks.
Brady Singer?
Jackson Kowar, Chris Bubik. There's a couple other ones in there that I'm sure I'm forgetting, and they've been disappointments.
Yeah. I want this JT Stars and Stripes badly. I like that one. Then they got the Keston Black rookie. Did he get pulled back up at one point?
No. So he's not on the 40-man roster, so I'm sure they're being very careful with when they want to call him up.
Because that means that they have to cut someone else?
If they end up having to cut him and he's doing pretty well in AAA, somebody might actually claim him this time.
Oh.
Because he's not attached to a $2.5 million salary.
I see.
Or maybe wouldn't be. Well, no, he still is. I guess he still is because we have to pay him because nobody claimed him. I'm not 100% sure how that works, honestly. But I do think that there is potential that somebody would claim him this time if he went on waivers. And so I'm sure they don't want to call him up and expose him to waivers if it doesn't work out.
So,
he's doing pretty well in AAA.
But does that mean that we are never going to call him up or are waiting for a better time?
I mean, again, this is just hearsay on my part.
You see this?
I did see that. Too bad he's always injured.
Is he ever healthy again?
Well, he was doing well this year and then got injured again.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know what the injury is, but yeah, he went down with the injury a couple weeks ago. I mean, honestly, he could be back already for all I know, but.
I mean, dude, it's a Superfractor rookie. It's like $200. There's a really cool Miguel Cabrera ending here. I kind of want it. Get it graded.
Keston Hira, real quick.
Yep.
32 games, AAA, 1,074 OPS, hitting .331.
They'll play.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things that plays in AAA, but and he's injured, which I guess I should have mentioned right away. But
would have made sense for you to mention that, yeah?
Yeah.
Injured right now?
Coming back from injury.
So I know that Jalen Suggs like hasn't been good, but I really want this 1-of-1. It's a 1-of-1 rookie. I like the stainless ones too. I know they're not for everyone. And I also played against him when he's in 8th grade. So
one of the things about Jalen Suggs is, they have so many. The Magic just have way too many young mouths to feed, and you can't feed everyone.
That is fair. Hey, is Luis Robert done forever now?
What? No, he's really good this year.
Well, then why am I not buying this rookie auto from Heritage for $55?
Because while he's really good, he still plays for the White Sox.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, 835 OPS in 69 games.
I don't know. That's pretty cheap.
2.7 Baseball Reference wins above replacement. But again, it's the White Sox. They're bad.
Yeah, they are bad.
They're probably not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well,
they're probably going to trade everyone away. Now, what you could hope for is a Lou Bob trade.
I'm not going to lie. This timer's throwing me off. It's kind of all over the place, and I have no idea what's happening when.
That's okay.
I'm trying to look up at the top at my time on my actual screen, like what time it is. Not sure if anyone else is experiencing that too right now. Is Noel Marte still a decent name prospect? I know he's like decent name, but when's he gonna get called up to the Reds?
I mean, he was just the focal point of a trade for the best pitcher on the
Castillo
on the trade market last year.
Luis Castillo.
Yeah. As for when he gets called up to the Reds, they just called up Matt McClain, shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz, shortstop, right? They've got Christian Encarnacion Strand and Steer that they are called up or are going to call up. So they have a lot of their positions filled. So it's like, and he's in Double-A, so it would have to take like some big injuries, I think, for him to get called up anytime soon. Buy that Sal Frelick while he's coming back from injury.
You think?
Maybe. I think I wouldn't mind it.
Tell me a number.
Well, I don't have any comps for you off the top of my head. Also, are you looking up a comp, or do you want me to look up a comp?
No, you can look if you want.
Look up a comp.
I'm looking up some different stuff right now. Brianna Stewart gold auto as ending tonight, which is a pretty nice card. I think that's from the first WNBA. The W thing throws me off with WWE Prism. Gold auto, absolute stud.
Is that a blue wave or a blue?
I think it's a true blue.
Blue BGS 95, $300.
Really?
Yeah. Fixed price though. So
what's the number, my guy?
Take that with a grain of salt. Blue Wave back on May 10th, 150, PSA 9. And this is a PSA 9 True Blue, 145. Yeah. I mean, I'd go like, I don't know, 170 and see if you can snag it. I guess with 20% buyer's premium, we're already almost there, but I don't know. I'd just go up a little bit and see if we can snag it.
Yeah. All right. I'll let her rip. What's up, Hank?
Listening. Oh, yeah. And as we're listening to Hank or waiting for Hank, Crollo says, Nate, I think I know the answer to this, but 2 Cy Young Awards get Kluber a sniff of Cooperstown. The short answer is no. The long answer is obviously he was really good for a short period of time and then didn't have an extended career because of injuries and just flaming out early, even though he's still pitching. He hasn't been good since the age of 32. He got in late. He wasn't good age 25, 26. So he really had age 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 year age stretch. So a 6-year stretch where he was good. He was very good in that time period, but he wasn't good enough to make the Hall of Fame despite 2 Cy Young Awards.
There's a huge Ronaldo card ending tonight for any big soccer collectors out there. 2017 Select Gold Field Level at 10. This is one of definitely the key modern soccer sets. I'd say like 2016 field levels are the first field levels in soccer, but I think many are partial to these 2017s. Horizontal field levels work really well for soccer. We talked about this the other day. I think not as well for football. You got like a lot of different offensive linemen and quarterbacks cards. This is just like a perfect looking soccer card in my opinion, and I really like it.
Cool.
We're gonna have to shift to giveaway here at some point, but definitely in the running for a few of these cards. So excited to see what happens here. Nate, I think that this just trying to see what happens here. So I think we just won this Luis Robert.
Oh,
dude, I think this massively flew under the radar. I had no idea. These are more rare than the red inks, I think. Dude,
regular?
like, yes. It took me scrolling back like a year to find a blue ink sale. If you go online, maybe 2 blue inks listed for sale, one at 600 or 550, one at 1,000. I've never knew that this card was this rare until I just bid on it just because.
We got it for $74. Look at that.
I never would know. Like, if you just think of like what a heritage auto is, like there's a lot of blue.
If you didn't ask about Luis Robert, so I told you he was doing good.
Yeah,
well, I tried to dissuade you from it because of White Sox. Hey, real quick, Corollo says he would be the only 2-time winner not in, I think. I would like to introduce you to Denny McLain. Aaron, do you know who Denny McLain is?
Never even heard of that guy.
Denny McLain was a pitcher for the Tigers back in the 60s and really the 60s. He pitched a couple years. Age 24-25, he went 336 innings, 325 innings, a 1.96 ERA, a 2.80 ERA. He won back-to-back Cy Young Awards, and he won the MVP one year. You've never heard of him.
Wait, he won back-to-back Cy Young Awards and an MVP and is in the Hall of Fame?
He has 19 wins above replacement in his career. He is now anywhere close to the Hall of Fame.
How trash was he every other year?
He won a World Series, 1986 World Series, 2 Cy Young Awards, an MVP, 3-time All-Star, had a 1.96 ERA in 336 innings, but not in the Hall of Fame. Denny McLain.
Denny McLain.
So there is your example for and Corey Kluber, better career than him, but if Denny McLain's not in, World Series MVP and 2 Cy Youngs, it's not going to happen for Kluber.
You mean wait, were you saying Kluber or Shane Bieber?
Kluber.
Oh, that's what someone brought up? I thought you said maybe you said Kluber the entire time.
I think I did.
Okay, so
Shane Bieber Cy Young is a real you know how they say Lakers bubble championship?
Yeah.
Shane Bieber, I love him. That's a bubble
Cy
Young because all he did was pitch against the AL Central. And as we know, he's terrible. Or the AL Central is terrible.
You did write that he still is good, but not to the
No, I didn't mean he's terrible. I meant the AL Central is terrible.
Oh,
Shane
okay.
Bieber's still good.
Okay. But he's just not it from where he was.
Yeah.
Who owns a donut shop in Oxford? Kluber?
Yeah, apparently.
Time to find some a giveaway card to bid on here. I'm like fired up about that Luis Robert. I literally never knew that thing was that short print.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I saw a couple listings and it's like, oh, SSP. I'm like, what? As like the red ink sells for like $200 and then I guess it sells for more than it. The last one technically was in February. There was a raw sale that did like 230, but even at that, like Okay.
I mean, I see one February 24th, 2022 for $500.
Yeah, so they were like 500 last year, but even 240, I mean, for a raw
Oh yeah,
silly.
February 2022. Duh.
Yeah. Bieber had the bubble triple crown. Would
Oh
that
yeah,
be strikeouts, wins, and ERA?
yes, if I remember correctly. Hits given up, home runs given up, walks given up. The inverse triple crown.
The bad triple crown.
I will say I am significantly worried about the Reds.
Like being good?
Yes.
Yeah, so am I, man. All these names getting called up. I'm like, there's more?
The super frustrating thing is that
Devin Dotson.
they they traded away the Wade Mileys and Nick Castellanos went packing and all these guys, and 2 years later they're good. Or a year and a half later, they're good. And it's
Yeah.
because stupid teams like the Twins. Oh, Sonny Gray's been amazing this year, I will say. But the Twins gave him so much for Sonny Gray, and those guys are good. And the guys they got for it, and they've been good at drafting an international prospect. I don't know. I'm just frustrated.
They're just actually putting together a really good team.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing some looking here for a giveaway. Anthony Edwards rookie, kind of lame. Yeah, 2003 Gaylor Perry auto. Reed Detmer's auto. What?
Do it.
Gaylor Perry?
Good pitcher.
I mean, I used to have his 1977 Topps card. He was always one of the most valuable book value cards in the set when I was looking back in the day.
There you go. Hall of Famer, man.
That's crazy. Like one sold for like $40 like in December, and then another one sold for like 13 raw like in February. But guess what? We're tossing the bid in.
Do it. I mean, it's a fun giveaway.
Yeah, it's a non-card autograph Hall of Famer. Yeah, we were talking about a guy that says 2-time Cy Young who's not.
And it's not like it's like a Panini card. It's not like it's like an Onyx card or something. It's Topps.
Was there a 1907 Tesla card? Matt lost it. Nick Nack adding to my box.
I used to have a Roku TV. Happened all the time.
Nick Nack adding to my boxing collection. Grabbed a Roy Jones Jr. PSA 10 and a Dame Leaf auto. That's nice. Anyone else who wins things, please toss them in the chat. Hank commented saying, he said, so I was at golf outing yesterday and won a raffle basket of fireworks. Naturally, the U.S. Open being on it, I saw that. What I thought was a confetti can. I thought whoever wins, I launch it off. And so when I twisted the thing to launch, a bunch of pink powder came out because I guess it was a gender reveal cannon. So I got to spend the last 45 minutes cleaning that up, and it's everywhere in my living room. What a surprise.
Ooh, Jerry won a C3PO error.
Always a notable card. Always.
There's only 2 notable error cards that I know of that cracks everyone up. Billy Ripken, C3PO.
Yep. Definitely like the 2 most notable, I'd say. There's a Brett Hull Peachy card here. For any hockey fans, there's a lot of different stuff in here in the lower dollar tiers right now.
What's that Bowman auto? Just as curiosity.
Juan Bin Cho. Any value there?
I wouldn't touch any Cardinal with a 10-foot pole. Terrible organization. Look how bad they are this year.
Hey, Brewers, man, we bounce back.
Sweeping the Pirates. Yeah, you can lose. You can get swept by the A's, but as long as you sweep the teams in your division, all good.
Dang, I was really going after this Brand Stewart auto, but I think it's out of my price range now. This is a 2020 Prism Gold out of 10, the first year Prism WNBA. And I looked up her stats, dude, this year. She's going off.
Well, they got her and Sabrina, right?
Yeah, and they have Kelsey Plum, I think. Wait, no, she's in the Aces. They added someone else to the team too. Was it Wilson? No, John Cole Jones is who it was. Either way, averaging 23.4 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 4 assists per game. She's tied for first in steals per game, tied for first in rebounds per game, and tied for second for assists per game. Is that true? No, it's not true. That was some type of ESPN error right there. But either way, she's absolutely going off. She's throwing points per game.
Hey, not to change the subject, but I am.
Go ahead.
Jim said Papa John's double chocolate chip brownies aren't half bad. Have you ever had the s'mores bars from Papa Murphy's? Take and bake s'mores bars?
Never.
Oh, delicious. Also, you eat like 2 and you feel like you're gonna die. Like eating 2 National Bakery donuts.
Oh man, that sounds like a problem.
Yeah, but it's so good.
And this is at Papa Murphy's, you said?
Yeah, Papa Murphy's. Take and bake.
Yeah, I mean, used to get the Papa Murphy's a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I did too. I don't do it as much anymore.
No, I haven't had it in a long, long time. Looks like USA's 8 minutes away from stoppage time to then win this final that Nate deems is lame.
It is.
Okay, here's the deal.
Wait, is Jim being serious?
Jim says never heard of Papa Murphy's. I wonder where they are demographically or regionally.
There's no way. Really?
I don't know.
I gotta look this up.
This is a sick card. 56 Willie Mays auto. Wow. I love that. That seems cheap. I mean, Willie Mays signed this 56 card. Seems cheap.
That does seem cheap.
Yeah, a couple PMG greens here. You got the Antonio Freeman.
Papa Murphy's is not in New York.
It's not. Well, that might have something to do with it. Nate, what chain restaurant do you not have in Wisconsin, and are you going there when you come back?
Real quick, just as real quick, they have them in 36 states. Nate, what chain restaurant do you not have in Washington, and are you going there when you come back? So we don't have Culver's. I've already been. I was there the first day I got back into Wisconsin.
Did you get a burger?
Dude, you know I can't eat
Well,
beef.
I'm wondering if it destroyed you.
So here's the thing. I do think maybe one of these days, if nobody else is home, I'll find myself at Culver's. I'll get a single patty and see if it doesn't absolutely wreck me. And if
so you didn't get one?
No, I got custard.
Just custard?
Yeah.
No tendies?
No.
Well, you know that they're back.
Yes, I know that they're back, but they're chicken tenders, bro.
No, they're not.
I can't go into Culver's, look at a burger, and then say, I guess I'll get chicken tenders.
They're not chicken tenders, bro. They are buffalo chicken
tenders. You know
tenders.
for a fact that they're made by some other company, not by Culver's, frozen, fried right there, maybe even baked instead of fried.
No, 100%. You're right. Hey, I'll take them as baked, healthier for you. Means I can eat more.
Incredible.
Yeah, man. They're crazy. SCP says 2022 Leaf Decadence Decades. Wow, that's a mouthful. Terry Bradshaw, Pete Rose auto out of 4. Cool card.
Yeah, Culver's really needs to get its act together. It's only in the Midwest. People need to actually know what a good burger is.
I agree, man. Or good buffalo chicken tenders.
Dude, I swear I have been somewhere. I've been to another fast food restaurant that had buffalo chicken tenders that were literally the exact same thing.
I know you've said that, and I don't doubt it, but they're really good, and that doesn't change my opinion.
That's fair. I still can't believe that Papa Murphy's isn't in New York. That's crazy to me. 36 states, but not New York. And now New York is very, I'm not proclaiming that Papa Murphy's pizza is very good. It's just a place that scam people into buying take and bake pizzas that they have to bake themselves.
I'm going to have a hot take here. I'm not a big cheese fry guy. I don't really like cheese on my fries.
All right, that's enough for today. Dude, no cheese and bacon?
I
You
mean,
ever had loaded fries?
yeah,
You
I've
know,
had loaded fries. Like,
like
yeah,
instead
they
of chips, like instead of like nacho chips, nacho fries, or like
no
guac on your fries and stuff, or bacon and
guac on fries.
so good.
Are you serious right now?
So good. Tell you what, you come out to Spokane, I'll make you some loaded fries that you will be like,
Okay,
wow, this
I'm
changed my
sure
life.
loaded fries taste great. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer to like dip my fries, or you're gonna kill me, like tots in like a ranch based dip. I'm literally trying to end Nate's life here live on Slapstack Sundays right now.
Well, you know, I do hate ranch.
Exactly. Nine. Okay, pulled pork poutine sounds really good though. That sounds fire.
I do like poutine.
Yes, knick-knack, ranch on fries. I just get ranch cups with my buff tendies and my fries at Culver's and call it a day.
Are you like one of those guys that gets like 4 ranch cups and has like 4 chicken tenders and uses an entire ranch cup on one tender?
No. I like ranch in moderation. I'm not like overly uses of ranch.
Ooh, Tom, this is a good one. This is a good one. Do I know anything about Felix Valerio? So Felix Valerio is actually very interesting case because last year on Fangraphs he was given a 60 or a 70 future hit, right? 70
Yeah.
future hit by Fangraphs last year on their updated Fangraphs Brewers list in 2022. 2023 came around, he didn't even make the top whatever number list or any of the subsequent honorable mentions for their Brewers list. So like to go from a 70 hit tool last year to whatever he's considered this year, and now he's repeating double A. He has no power and he's hitting 243, 320, 331, 78 WRC plus last year, 81 WRC plus this year in a repeat level. I think they're probably just significantly way too high on him. He got to double A, he couldn't handle it, and he looks like he probably won't ever make it out of the minors.
That's a sad story right there.
Yeah.
Man, the end of this is getting a little troublesome for the old giveaway. We're gonna see what happens here. We might end up buying a random Morris Bradshaw 1979 tops. We'll see. Oh yeah, Nate, tell me update here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Henry Davis.
Before we talk about Henry Davis, Pete, ranch is the best on pizza. If anyone's ever in Milwaukee or Madison area, go to Ian's Pizza and get yourself a mac and cheese slice of pizza with their homemade ranch, bro. Their house ranch is literally the best ranch dipping sauce I've ever had.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like dipping in ranch because it's just overpowering. But I don't mind ranch as the base of the pizza, especially if that is a buffalo chicken, because it's cooked and the buffalo chicken, spicy, like not a regular buffalo chicken sauce or buffalo sauce. I need to be spicy. Yeah. And then you get that on there with that ranch cooked base. That's pretty stinky.
So you're talking about like the toppers, like buffalo chicken pizza.
Dude, yeah, I have dreams about that pizza.
Yeah, okay. So like, yeah, a ranch would be excellent on that, obviously. But you just say you don't like ranch, so I don't know why you like it on there.
Yeah, I don't know either. I guess I don't want it to be. It's okay if it's not overpowering, but a lot of things that people like it overpowers. You dip your pizza in ranch and you take a bite. The bite is mostly ranch.
Well, I'll say this. If you do the mac and cheese from Ian's with the house-made ranch, the right amount of ranch with the cheese, and oh, it's so good. It's just massive. I haven't had that in too long. I'm going to need to get that soon.
I agree. You should get that soon.
I was going to say, are you going to get that soon?
No, I'm not agreeing to me getting it, but I'm always agreeing to anybody else going back and getting something they love.
Look at that. Slab Socks Nate for the people right here.
Yep.
Even for me.
Wesley says, pineapple on pizza or not? I want to one-up you. Peach on pizza? Apple on pizza? Pear on pizza? Had all three in the last year. They're delicious.
You have said that that's pretty crazy, the peach, and I love peach, and I would also do that. But pineapple and pizza, I used to eat a ton of Hawaiian back in like high school. I don't really eat Hawaiian pizza anymore. I'm not like out on it, but like there's just so much better stuff out there. And I think I just didn't realize that when I was a dumb high schooler.
Ding, ding, ding.
No, Matt, that's wrong.
Ding, ding, ding.
Matt,
it's like putting steak sauce on your steak.
No, that's gross.
If you need to put steak sauce on your steak, you might as well just not eat steak because you've ruined your steak.
Dude, hey, I totally agree with you on that. I'm not disagreeing on that. That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you're enhancing the flavor of your pizza, but it's specific ones, okay? I'm not going Jim Baker here and putting ranch and pepperoni. That's not happening. It's like there's like Nate said, buffalo chicken pizza, great with ranch. Mac and cheese pizza, great with ranch. I would not dip pepperoni pizza in ranch.
Yeah, but I don't. The buffalo chicken pizza isn't dipped in ranch.
I get what you're saying. It's like drizzled on top. It's like mixed in with the thing. I like that too. We end up Mike going some really wild
real quick, one last one. Whisk Collectibles says peach with barbecue pork. What was it with? It was with prosciutto. So peach and prosciutto pizza from South Perry Pizza in Spokane, Washington. Spectacular. I wish Tech was in here to back me up on this because he would.
I need to try that whenever I make my way up there.
It's a like 5-week special they have in the fall when peaches are ripe in season.
Oh, some good ripe peaches. That sounds money.
Oh yeah, it's dude. I kid you not. This is gonna sound crazy, but it really was like. It wasn't John's Bleecker.
Yeah,
but it was probably the second best pizza I've ever had.
Ooh, behind John's.
Yeah, behind John's, of course. John's was a transcendent experience that changed my life.
I've had twice, not to one up you, but I've had twice, and they've only had it once. I'm sorry to say. So good, literally so good. We're gonna see what comes away here with the giveaway. I'm pushing for one of these two here. So we're at very different spectrums here. We've got on-card auto of Hall of Famer versus non-licensed parallel out of 46 of Wander Franco. Could it be two more different baseball cards?
Do it.
Well, I'm in on both because I'm not really confident in either. So we'll give away whichever one the people want if we win both. But hopefully we at least win one. I think we might just won the Wander Franco. So at least, and this is gonna be my high bid on the Perry. So, or at least I hope we win the Franco. I thought we did.
Spoke too soon. We're still winning though, but that flashed green, but it hasn't changed green.
So I don't really know what happened there.
I'm wildly confused as to what's going on here.
I'm a little bit too. Well, Matt says I'm on the south side of Chicago. There are a ton of incredible tavern style thin crust places near me. Thin crust is definitely goated. I don't. What am I trying to say? I love me like my once a year like national Chicago deep dish. So when we, oh my gosh, let's go been on both. This is fun.
Thin crust is good. You can eat so much of it without feeling bad about yourself.
Yeah, true. I love thin crust pizza. Have you had Lou Malnati's thin crust? Oh, SDP came away with the rookie Topps Chrome Super Fractor.
Let's go. That's fun.
Maybe one day he stays healthy. Matt, I gotta make this clear. He says if anyone saw you dipping in ranch, you may not make it out. I gotta make this clear. 95% of pizza I eat does not have ranch on it. I'm not like who said that. Real Music was like, I need hot sauce on every single pizza I eat. Like, no, I'm not like that. There's a few pizzas and from a few places that it makes a lot of sense and it's really good. But for the most part, I eat pizza without ranch to make sure people don't think I'm psychotic.
Good stuff.
But Lou Malnati's is a Chicago-based pizza company that made its way up into Milwaukee recently, Nate, since you left. And really good. Really, really good.
I think it was Lou Malnati's that Josh, Sam, and Vincent and I went to.
No, we went after one of the shows one day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we went because you were doing something. You had some like event.
Yeah, I was doing something, then you guys went, and then we went again, like towards the end of the trip. I think you guys didn't go. Did you guys go to Lou Malnati's that first time, or was it a different one?
I think it was Lou Malnati's.
Oh, all right. Well, Gino's East is our, at least my favorite, the one we normally make it to. Ranch is big on pizza in LA.
See, you want to be known as an LA guy?
to make it clear, most of the time it's mac and cheese pizza at Ian's that happens like once a year. Now, this is true, Pete. He says Jets Pizza. I don't know what that is, but he says they make their own ranch, and we did get the Perry. Nice. He says they make their own ranch. It's better than any ranch in the market. The places that have their own ranch recipes, that is where it's at. That's just like Ian's. They have their own ranch recipe. Killer.
What if Hidden Valley started making pizzas?
Okay, they'd probably be trash.
Well, they have their own ranch recipe.
I know that they do. I'm talking about the actual restaurants that have their own.
I'm just messing with you.
I gotta figure out what's even still up for auction.
Built to have gotten a giveaway.
We did get the giveaway. Okay, so now there's no option. You know, it is just the Gaylord Perry on-card autograph, but in my opinion, much cooler card. Dude, we were like one of the last 10 cards we were bidding on, unless I'm losing my mind.
Oh
yeah,
pick.
It's only 10:04. I'm taking this Gleyber Torres Leaf Aaron Valiant.
All right, I'm taking that thing.
The Monty Gumpele.
Yeah.
Or no, this is Garnish Harincha or whatever.
Yeah, him. I'm taking him.
Brazilian legend, but also yeah, wow, what happened there? That's crazy. It's only 10:05.
Well, if we don't win this when we have a 1 in 5 chance of winning, at least one of us does.
It's 1 in 7 right now, but there's no chance that Leaf Valiant card is going to win for me. I
mean 1 in 5 because if there was 10 cards and we each get to pick one.
Yeah.
So now
we'll leave the giveaway open for 2 minutes until 10:07 p.m. So you gotta be quick. Oh, Nate, you hear about the recent Chelsea news today?
Michael Jordan sold the Hornets so he could buy Chelsea. Yeah, I heard that.
No, but that'd be kind of funny. The Saudi Public Investment Fund is coming after 4 of our players and is gonna fund us $100 million off of 4 crap players. We're gonna get probably $90 million for Koulibaly, Ziyech, Aubameyang, and Edward Mendy. Or maybe it's going to be 80 million or something like that. But literally dudes who were taking up 500,000 plus a week on the wage bill and terrible players last year who are all old. They want them all and they want to pay a lot of money for them. So I'm here for it. Tom, we did talk about Beal to the Suns earlier in the episode.
And Portillo's. I'm never 100% sure. I'm sure it's
Portillo's.
I just want to say Portillo's. Portillo's is in Milwaukee. Aaron, I've been there many a time.
Oh, yeah.
So it did have a better place in my heart when I could eat beef. Now it's not a place I go.
I don't even want to say what I'm about to say.
You went there today?
No, the last 2 times I went there, I've gotten their spicy chicken sandwich. Actually really good.
You're a freak. That's all I have to say about it.
You got to know, Nate, I really just don't like beef a whole lot, honestly.
What? Dude,
I'll eat really good.
You're a guy who can no longer eat beef, and you're gonna admit you don't like beef.
We should just flip flop, honestly.
Yeah. Yes, we should.
Your Pele's done, just so you know.
Well,
adding insult in injury. Wait, Jim, have they confirmed that they're not going to take Scoot? Because I think it kind of makes sense given their LaMelo situation, but also Scoot's a stud, so I don't know.
I mean, the Hornets are a joke of a franchise.
He's not wrong there.
He's not wrong.
Had the public market taco place in Milwaukee. I've been to the public market a few times. I don't know if I don't recall the exact taco place, and I probably have not eaten it. No. My Gleyber Torres non-licensed is in the top 5. How does it make you feel, Nate?
Well, I was trying to choose something that was green, and that was the first green thing I saw. So I went for it.
Hey, I mean, it makes sense. I can't believe how fast it got down to only a few cards left. I think some of my favorite Slapsack Sundays discussions is when we get on the subject of food, because I feel like it lasts a full 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You get me talking about food, I will not stop.
Nate, have you ever had a pork tenderloin sandwich from Iowa, Illinois area?
I have
not Illinois, sorry, Indiana.
Iowa. I have not. There was one time I was in a place in Iowa. I was planning on it, and then they had something that looked better, so I didn't. They have them at Culver's. I've never gotten it. I'm surprised you've never tried one from Culver's.
Yeah, I actually did see they added a bit ago, but I
Oh
actually
no,
haven't
they've had
tried
it for a very long time.
Well, I guess I noticed on the menu for the first time a while ago.
Okay.
Or a bit ago.
Yeah, I've never actually had a pork tenderloin sandwich, though my dad says they are the greatest things.
So back, like maybe like probably like 7 years ago, I had one in Iowa. It was really good. Guy went there for what?
That's essentially just taking a schnitzel and putting it on a bun.
That's exactly what it is, and that's why I love it.
Yeah.
Because then I had one in Indiana when we were there for the Midwest Monster. It was massive and it was good.
Did they put mushroom sauce on it? Because that would set it over the
What did
top.
they put on?
A little mushroom sauce on there would be amazing.
Like mushroom cream sauce, you're saying, like Jaeger schnitzel? No, there was not mushroom cream on the one I had this last time. But I think on the first one it did have it. I love mushroom. Huh?
Could you imagine how good that'd be?
Oh, it'd probably be amazing. I love Jaeger schnitzel sauce. It's so good. Look at me. I'm gonna beat 1986 player cards.
Are you kidding me?
Please be done. What's going on here?
Refresh.
It's tweaking. Oh, maybe I didn't. It made it look like I was about to.
Oh. Kurt, I didn't have a tenderloin sandwich. And it was such a long time ago, I don't remember what the name of the place was.
I said I was in Iowa.
Oh.
I had one in Iowa. I had it somewhere where a guy went to for diners, drive-ins, and dives. I don't remember the name.
Oh, that was you and me. I was driving you to Nebraska.
That was you and me. I knew I was going to Nebraska. I didn't know that you were with me.
That's
right. Forgot about that.
I forgot you were there. Look at us, a couple of idiots.
I was like, I knew I was going to Nebraska, but I did not remember. That's crazy.
Also, you know, we may. I think it was Wesley that was complaining about us using up all his money.
Yeah.
I think it was Wesley. Was it?
It was Wesley. It was Wesley.
Wesley complaining about us using his money on cards, and Crollo is now complaining about us using his money on food.
Basically, if you want to save money, just watch on mute. Don't listen.
Yep.
It's funny.
Baxter, tell me that's not true. Hardee's pork chop and gravy biscuit from Hardee's. There's certain things that, like, I'll eat a burger from a place, but then you like make it into a breakfast item, and I'm like, no, that's so gross. I don't know why. Like Taco Bell breakfast, I love Taco Bell, but Taco Bell breakfast is like a bridge too far for me, and I don't know why. It's just like a mental hurdle I can't get over.
Yeah, I don't know if I do it. I'm gonna rip this giveaway off right here after this these 2 seconds closes, because all these things just keep on moving on. So I'm gonna flip flop this giveaway here. Good luck, everyone. We got some names in 3 times for the Gaylord Perry auto. We got 1. We got 2. I'm going with Matt H here. I gotta pick this right one of these times.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with Mark Sakaguchi.
Real Music.
Oh, really?
Big tough scene for me.
Oh, that is tough.
Matt H is in last. Real Music, you get the Gaylord Perry. Congrats. You probably know what to do by now. I know you're here like every single week, but info@slabstocks.com. I'll drop it in the chat anyways, just in case. And send me your preference, your character key. And this might officially be done here in these next 12 seconds. So you go to preferences, send me the character key to that email. I'll get that transferred to you. I'm sorry, Matt.
A tale of two outcomes right there, with Real Music with the W and Matt right after him with the ouch.
Seriously. I think that this.
Are we sure those aren't done and they're not just?
Let's see here.
Messing up.
I don't know. I see a bit. I gotta wait and see. I mean, come on. We got 40 seconds left.
Yeah, here. we can wait. I mean, it's a major asterisk, like Barry Bonds' home run record. You have a major asterisk if you win this one because there was only 10 cards left. So it doesn't.
Nate, would you eat McDonald's breakfast burrito?
No.
No. I barely eat McDonald's at all.
Yeah, I haven't been to McDonald's in quite a while.
No, just there can be. I know that the English love their baked beans with breakfast. When I'm in England, I can't stand being at breakfast and seeing baked beans on a plate next to whatever else people are eating. I just can't do it, man. It looks so. They're like light brown too. It's just
You know when you go to England and you talk about all the food you eat, and it's always
other food.
Indian
Yeah.
or Italian or French,
Yep.
but you're in an entire country.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
I know, because it's not good.
And I can say that because just figured out today that you know how Americans are generally you got this in you and this in you, like you're Polish and
Yeah,
German
yeah,
or whatever. I think I have not even half, but I think I'm mostly English. But it's not even half of me.
You've got a lot of English in you.
English, German, Italian, Scottish,
Yeah, you're like mega mix over there.
Norwegian. Yeah,
You got a lot going on.
big old mutt.
Basically, mostly Polish and German over here.
Yeah.
I am very confused on the happenings here, but let's refresh and see what's up. Part of me, I can't tell if they're just still going or just randomly refreshing.
I just feel like it's broken at this point. Because, like, come on, Gleyber Torres.
Well, it seems broken because of that. No, I think it's actually still going, but it's fighting against 3 different PSA 1086s of complete randos. I've only heard of Vincent Maxwell or something, or Vince.
I've heard of Maxwell, the coffee brand.
Yeah.
Nate is mostly Viking. I do have some Norwegian in me, so there's probably some Viking heritage in there somewhere.
Basically, he's a Vikings fan. He just submitted it right here.
All right, that really is enough.
Actually, Leave says watch the tours yourself.
Though I will say I've had a few too many Viking fan moments lately with my cheering against the Cardinals. I felt a lot like a Vikings fan.
You really have, dude.
Yeah, it's really tough scene for me.
That's what happens when there's years of dominance. Then you're on the other side of the. Well, we're not even dominating right now. So.
It's true.
Okay, if this goes one more 40 seconds without me seeing this move from 115 and it still shows that it's timing, then I think that we're gonna call it good here. But because I thought it just didn't move from 115 right there, but I might be wrong. We broke it with all that ranch talk. Too much ranch on pizza talk.
That was significantly too much. Any amount of ranch on pizza talk is too much.
Okay, now we have tomato for breakfast talk going on. I don't know about that.
Just a slice of tomato? Do you salt it first?
Well, I wouldn't
do that.
See, I'm not a big
tomato.
I don't really eat a lot of beef. I only eat a lot of salt. I'm mostly pepper and chicken. That's not always combined, but I'm just saying, like, I would prefer
your food.
I don't really like salt on food. No. Oh, and I'm done officially.
No, not just straight up salt. Like in preparation of your food.
Salt I mean, it depends on what it is, I guess.
Because I'm sure you have a lot of salt, you don't realize it.
No. I understand eating like places. Yes, they put salt in the food, but me, when I cook all my various pastas, I just don't even use salt. I know from some people, some people salt the water before making the pasta and stuff. No salt.
That's for the noodles not sticking together, bro.
I know. I don't use it then. I don't put it in there after I drain the noodles. No salt. Just different variances of peppers and spices and vegetables and chickens. I made Nate question the 25 years he's known me now.
Have you ever made a steak?
Yeah, but I understand you put salt on the sides and then I get it. I've made it
on the sides?
No, like on both sides, on both sides of the steak, not on the outer rim of the steak.
You can't put salt and pepper on the outer rim, that's fine. But
imagine me just like rolling
on the outer rim and not the top and bottom.
Top and bottom, whatever you want to call it.
Baxter with the Midwest hate, which is funny because I know a lot of people that can't even handle a jalapeno, and it kills me because it's like, put a couple habaneros in your salsa, and you have flavors that you can't get otherwise anywhere else but in the habanero, and it tastes so good. And then people are like, nope, too spicy, you can't handle it. I'm like,
I like spicy food a lot. I really do.
Now add a pinch of salt because it expands things. Expands flavor.
All right. I'm going to refresh this one more time, not to see what's still running, but just to show a quick recap on the winnings of the night. One of them was the Gaylord Perry that went to Real Music. The other was that wildly rare Luis Robert. I guess that's the only other card, but I was not expecting this to be as rare as it is, and I'm happy we got it. On-card auto from 2020 Heritage Blue Ink Auto. There we are, 9510 SGC. So, thanks everyone for watching tonight. Appreciate it. Quick announcement: you come to Slab Stocks Lives on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It is now on Tuesday for this week, so it's shifted by one day. There's a little mental reallocation there of your time. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Slab Stocks Live. I'm excited for that, and we'll see you on next Sunday in the next Slab Stocks Sundays episode number 75.
See you guys.